The first question I have in Monday AMA today is, how important are SEO services to enhance your website's reach? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. I have never used SEO services, like professional services. So I guess that is a brief answer on how important I think they are. But you also have to think about the fact that I have been writing blog posts for 16 years. And I have been using keywords that are already relevant to what I do. Instead of SEO services, you should be writing about the things that are important to you, are relevant to you, and you want more work in those areas. So if you're doing that, then anyways you are doing SEO for your website. The next question I have is, what are the points to keep in mind in the contract when you're doing commissioned artwork? I cannot tell you what you should be including in your contract, but mine is pretty simple. I don't take on very specific commission artwork where the client tells me what to paint. I decide what to paint, and it is you have to pay me 100% in advance, and if you don't like it, then that is not my problem. Basically, that is something that you should have clarified. Check in with the lawyer who's worked with art, etc., and get the language down right. But for me, that is the main thing. How many drafts will I be sharing? How many iterations? Also keep in mind that I haven't done a lot of commissioned artworks with people that I don't know entirely. So if it's a completely brand new client, I would be doing a commissioned art piece for them. Generally, it takes someone to buy a small piece of art, then a larger piece of art, and then finally they come to a point where they're like, hey Naina, we want you to do a commission piece where we want you to paint this dimension, that kind of style, could you include these kind of colors? So it's not as simple as saying I just got a commission, and if you don't know that person entirely, I would suggest that you think about it very carefully. It's not just about selling something. My art is also very important to me, so I don't want to just do something for the heck of doing it to like make money. So these are some of the considerations. Someone has asked me for a DSLR recommendation for a beginner. Please do not ask me for equipment recommendations. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I genuinely have no idea what's there in the market. And when I started, there were no DSLRs in the market. I have said it thousands of times and I will say it again. If you cannot take a decent photo on the device that you have right now, it doesn't matter what other device you get, your photos will be shit. So try to take better photos on what you already have. And please do not ask me for device suggestions. I am not a device expert. One of the questions I've just gotten is how to get paid collaborations with brands. Like if you're an influencer or a blogger, how do you get paid collaborations with brands because they keep offering to do only barter? Now, first of all, if I had an answer to that question, I would be charging a lot of money to answer that question and giving a solution. I have no answer because this is business. There are so many layers to this. You should not be depending on brands for your livelihood where you are desperate to get paid by brands. You cannot survive like that. You will not thrive like that. That is not a good way to live. It will only make you miserable. So you should have multiple streams of revenue. If you are approaching brands and they're only offering you barter, that means that's not a brand that you will work with because they don't want to work with you, obviously. Also, the problem is that a lot of us who actually need the money, we think that एक बार barter करके देख लेते हैं. The problem is once you do barter, they know that you will do barter. So you need to be very clear on that. Like, I absolutely do not work on the basis of barter. It has got nothing to do with the cost of the product. I don't think about things like if a brand sends me a product, can I sell it in the market and make money? That's a very disgusting way to do business. In my opinion, if you want to do that, that's fine. I mean, to each their own. So don't be saying yes to barter first of all. And if that's all you're getting, then maybe you're looking at the wrong kind of client and the wrong kind of work, which, maybe not working in the market anymore. So like I said, there are many layers to it. I think a consulting session will be better instead of me trying to answer this within like 2 minutes on Instagram.